Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lavender Water Podcast. This is your host, Matthew Williams, and today we are being joined once again by one of the Buffington boys. I've known this man for a few months now in the situation I'm living at, the past split joint. Come to know him as a man of character and quality, always on the rise, ambitious, do what it takes to get something done. Give it up for Greg, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Greg, aka Breadwinner, more known as Breadwinner, you know what I'm saying? What topic we got here today?
So today, I'm bringing you on the show to talk about the dynamics between men and women in the dating realm in the 2020s. Love, and your relationship with love and women and relationships. You know, we just going there today. It's just one of them.
As far as love and relationship, I'm gonna start out with love first, and I'm gonna say love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna love you like you gonna love yourself. But the dynamic in 2020 relationship between a man and a woman, I mean, it's really fell to pieces, because in 2020 you got majority of the women that you run across, they want a man that basically they want a 7-figure nigga, a 6-figure nigga. You know what I'm saying? In a pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this guy never had a chance to reach that potential. But in order for them to respect you or have any kind of love for you, that's what you got to have going on. You know what I'm saying? But you can't knock the ladies, because in 2020, I must say, it's a lot of breadwinning ass women. You know, you got a lot of women who own their own business, a lot of entrepreneurship, period. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, besides those women, you got other women out here that wants to have a guy to stand up to that potential. I'm gonna say entrepreneurship potential. Just say if I'm dealing with an entrepreneur,
yeah,
and I'm spoiling her, I'm giving her everything she could ever desire. You got an old motherfucker that can't cook, clean, work, none of that, who wants that same, she wants you to give her that same thing, but what she got to offer?
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention that today's episode, we're outside with it. You know, New York, we outside, but we in Atlanta. I'm gonna edit this part out.
We outside. 2022.
2022?
Yeah.
It's 2023 right now. Technically, where this episode gonna drop.
Ahead of the game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, relationship-wise, I'm gonna speak from my point of view of relationship. You got women that have dealt with so many bullshit-ass niggas, you know what I'm saying? They paying all the bills, they taking care of nigga. Nigga can't maintain a job, you know what I'm saying? So they're used to that kind of man. Well, let me rephrase that. They're used to that kind of nigga, you know what I'm saying? So when they get with a real man, they can't even treat that man like a man, because you so used to dealing with a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? So now you're treating a man like a fuck nigga. So when that man say, hey, your output ain't the shit I desire. I'm not being treated like the man that I am, and that man choose to step, he's a fuck nigga after he stepped. In her eyes, he's a fuck nigga. But why? Because he wouldn't sit up there and put up with, she can't cook, I'm cooking every day. She don't know how to wash clothes, I gotta wash my own, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with washing your own clothes. I'm not saying a woman is supposed to do that, but does she know how? In 2022, hell no. You got someone that might know how to cook. You got someone that might know how to do laundry, but you ain't got those women that were raised by mom and dad, and then grandma was in the picture too. Because shit, we got kids raising kids right now. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, so before we get too far ahead on that, let me circle around to some points you made. when you talk about the women really out here getting it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of independent, you know, self-sustaining women. And it's here in the city of Atlanta, it's like the vast majority of women are educated. It's like, I think the black woman is the most educated person, I guess, as far as people of color go, or maybe in general. But it's like, definitely in the African-American community, black women are educated. Like, it's like a overwhelming amount versus men in the same community. And it's like, I attribute it to, you know, like if you ever seen the Fight Club movie, Brad Pitt, he's talking about, basically we grew up on TV and we all thought we could be rock stars, and we grew up and, you know, we see that's not the truth and we're pissed off, you know what I'm saying? The vast majority of people my age, we all wanted to be rappers, and we wanted to be actors, rock stars, models, you know what I'm saying? These things that appear easy on a mega level, and, you know, at least in my experience, I for sure wanted to be a rapper for at least 2/3 of my life, you know. So it's like I prioritized making music, learning how to rap, and making beats and stuff over getting an education, over getting a good job, over stacking money, over developing character, you know what I'm saying, in general, you know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing to be a man. But I was just leading myself into a crazy path. So it's like, in the time period of when I was aimless, I could attract women, but I couldn't keep women in my life. And it was because they could see, like, this dude, he really ain't about nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's smart or whatever. But it's like, you know, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? So, in general, women are used to the man that's still fantasizing, still dreaming. It's like, you either are, you know, really making moves and you're seeing progress, or, you know what I'm saying, you're just playing what you're trying to be, you know what I'm saying? You just say, oh, I do this, but it's like, you don't really do it. You just say it, you know what I'm saying? Then with the children raising children, it's like, yeah, I remember being in like 7th grade. It was a girl in like 8th grade. She was 13 years old and pregnant, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else around me carrying it like is regular, but it's like, yo, I ain't never seen or heard of this before, you know? And it's like, I look at my Facebook today, you know what I'm saying? There's people with their kids going back to school. It's people with kids that's freshmen right now, sophomores, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, like, by the time I have kids, those people that got kids right now, their kids could just like full out babysit my kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, like for a weekend, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, like.
You can only blame the generations, because me growing up, it wasn't too much of that. We had our mom, we had our dad, we had our grandmother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened, but then you start having everybody getting pregnant early, and then you got the woman more so of depending on Uncle Sam, then they respect the man. And it's two ways you go about that. You got a way where a woman has a reason to respect Uncle Sam more than she has a man, because she respect her man because Uncle Sam giving her more than her man giving her. Right. But what I don't agree with is when you lay down with that man, you already knew his potential. You already knew his worth. You already knew he wasn't able to provide but so much.
Right. You
sat there and laid on your back and conceived that child with this man that wasn't bringing in the money that was suffice enough to take care of a family.
Right.
So he not only wrong, but you wrong too.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much easier for a woman to get up on her feet in society. I'ma speak for myself, man. I had my first kid at 24 years old. I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I was a hustling ass motherfucker. I was in the streets. I ain't know what you thinking about I ain't know nothing about a 401k. I ain't know nothing about credit.
Right.
I ain't know nothing about, providing for a family. I met a badass bitch that I just wanted to keep for the rest of my life. She said, let's make a baby, and my dumb ass agreed with it. So by you knowing my employment was the streets, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You accepted that right then. But when that baby came in, you realized, hey, it's gonna take a little bit more than the streets, to take care of this baby. You start to degrade that man.
Right.
But why not go back to yourself? This the choice I made. You know what I'm saying? I knew he wasn't able to. he wasn't fit to be a father at that time, but I was so obsessed with this man, I ain't want nobody to have him but myself, so let's make a baby. That don't keep a nigga, you know what I'm saying? But going back to the entrepreneurship side, and guys chasing the music industry or whatever, it looks to a woman as if this man trying to take the easier route. It ain't hard, it ain't easy to get in the music industry.
Right.
It's so many local rappers. It's millions of them motherfuckers that you never heard before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They live among us.
Right. It's not easy. And as far as going to school and this and that, man, just think about the ratio of black men that fucked up before they had a chance to realize what the value of life. Okay, I need me an education. You know what I'm saying? In order to get the proper job to be successful in this society. And then you got that percentage of men who, well, I don't need school. I don't need none of that shit, because you don't need school to own no goddamn business or run no goddamn business. I'm speaking for myself. Nah, I ain't never go to school I went to school for business management for maybe a quarter.
Yeah.
When I realized, goddamn, you don't need this degree to run no goddamn business. You learn how to manage somebody else's shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could take that and apply it to your own business and know how to manage your own business. You know what I'm saying? But to own a business, you don't need nothing but a plan. You don't need nothing but maybe get you a little starter kit to get you up on your feet.
You should text your homeboy back. But going on to the topic of the entrepreneur side. So it's like, I'm gonna bring this into the manosphere. So for anyone that doesn't know what that is, in the YouTube universe, there's like this segment of it called the manosphere, where all these dudes that they make these videos and basically think that they're the ultimate man, and they tell men how to be men when it comes to women and stuff like that. And the one that I like, he calls himself Alpha Male Strategies. His number one philosophy, his number one principle is stay on your purpose. Like, that's the number one thing he talks about. He tells you how to talk to women or get women or maintain relationships with women, but it's like overall his number one thing is stay on your purpose, be on your purpose, get your money, build your life, get your fashion together, focus on you, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, like Greg said in the beginning. And you know, I think it's like when women see a man truly making progress in something that he's fixated on, it turns them on, you know what I'm saying? Same way with like work boots, you know what I'm saying? See you come from work, you be like, oh, he smell a little musty, you know what I'm saying? He got sweat on his brow, oh, you know, he busted his ass. I'm gonna give him that woo, you know what I'm saying?
But my perception on that is, hell, I honestly want you to be with me while I'm struggling.
Yeah.
So when I get that foundation set, I don't feel like you with me just because you see a man with a foundation, something that you could depend on, like if you ain't have nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I ain't got nothing and you can ride with me, and then I got something, I won't feel like I gotta drop her because she only with me because of the bag I done built.
Yeah, it reminded me of something like Drake said. He was talking about like it's hard to find the one where anyone will go with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already the superstar. You already, you know what I'm saying? So they got posters of you. They think about you because they seen something on Twitter or Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh yeah, I have his baby. It's like, you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? You just know I got money and I'm famous. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing.
That's where their mind caught up at. Their mind caught up in that limelight. They want a man with 7 figures who can. I'm gonna pay your rent, I'm gonna pay your tuition, I'm gonna pay your car note, I'm gonna pay for everything you desire. But y'all don't even know each other. Yeah. You don't know what you like, you don't know what he like. All you seen was money, and that's the only thing you like. Yeah. So you attracted to that dude.
Yeah.
But what it comes down to when you want a man to just know you and you want him to do something off impulse because he knows you, like, okay, let's just say you feeling down or whatever.
Yeah.
You probably don't necessarily want no money to make you feel better. You want somebody to come say, hey, baby, it's gonna be okay, embrace you. You know what I'm saying? Show you some love. Mm-hmm. But you so caught up in, okay, he got all this money, you actually done lost sight of who you are yourself.
Yeah.
Because you would go for that. oh, he got a bag, he gonna pay my rent this month. That really ain't make you feel better on the inside. Like people say go to counseling and this and that for your problems that's deep inside. That money ain't fixing that. That money ain't fixing those issues. They say they want a man to love them, to protect them, to show them affection, to love them unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? There's many men out here that could do that, but they don't have those 7 figures.
Right.
So they're gonna be overlooked. But you don't even got 7 figures.
Right.
As a woman.
Listen.
So why the hell do you desire or just make it priority for your man to have this kind of bank account? Well, I understand a woman supposed to, you know, you want a guy that can set a foundation and shit for you. But what kind of foundation can you set?
Right.
If I go to work all day and I pay all the bills and I make sure you ain't got nothing to worry about, but I can't come home to a decent meal.
Right.
I can't get spontaneous shit out of you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I can't get, because I'm a man, I can't get affection. Oh, he going through this and that. Oh, he'll be all right. He a man. He can take it.
So yeah, I want to go into that. It's like this thing in society where men are kind of like factory built and assembled to not feel emotion or process emotion or be capable of love or crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like...
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, it's a human thing to do.
I'm gonna cry. And if you feel like I'm less of a man because I'm shedding those tears and rather me bottle that shit up till I explode, and you cannot be the one for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you rather see me hold that pain in rather than console me and baby it's all right to cry, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you can't feel that way, you're not the one for me.
Right.
Because 9 times out of 10, you one of those who fuck his emotions. As long as he provide, as long as he's functioning for me, then we all good.
As long as he's that flesh machine.
I'm trying to tell you, I ain't no slave. I'm a boss. And every man gotta see himself like that. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna hit you with this quote. I don't know if I already disclosed this on the podcast before, but I'm gonna hit him again. So it was like one time I was coming down off an acid trip. I was by myself at my dad's house, and these words came to me, and it was like, if you serve it and it doesn't serve you, it's slavery. But if you serve it and it serves you back, that's true love. And it made me think about God, because they always say God is love, you know what I'm saying? So you really think about it, it's like God does serve us if we serve, you know, I mean, period, he's serving us, but we have to make the choice to serve God, you know what I'm saying? And love is a choice, you know what I'm saying? Facts. You can't force love on nobody.
That's facts, you can't. And also, if metaphorically on the other side of that, if a man is paying all these bills and playing his role, make sure all your desires met, serving him back will be playing your role as a woman.
So it's a lot of things in this. It's spiritual, it's physical. So it's like one, it's like some women feel entitled because they have the pussy hole, you know what I'm saying? It's like that.
That's the biggest thing of all. I got a pussy, so you owe me this and that.
You feel me? And then it's like kind of like on a natural basis, when a man is following God, when a man is on his purpose, when a man cannot be moved by flesh or temptation, you know what I'm saying? A woman is just gonna fold to it, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to be on no Kevin Samuels, I ain't trying to be on no, you know, alpha male, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. But it's like, you know, the true women that I know and talk to is like, you know.
No, fuck that. The male is the alpha. And until a woman, until you get you one that understands, it's not about controlling a woman. Mm-hmm. It's not about you're more dominant or you got more power than a woman. That's the law of life.
Right.
All these kids running around here, what woman you know could have made them without you?
All right, so it's like a thing with like you know, like African tribes and stuff, where it'd be like full tribes of nothing but women, but somehow they was like procreating and just like spawning children. Like, it's like in the old days though. Like,
that's technology.
That's some old, this was old shit. This is before the iPhone and shit. You know, way before the iPhone and the internet. You know,
they were spawning children.
They were spawning children. Like, this is real.
What one of them kids at today?
I mean, it was like well over thousands of years ago.
Okay, well, if you can spawn goddamn children, then, I mean, hell, he ain't got no daddy.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you spurning a child and you can say he doesn't have a father, then what would that child actually be? Let's just say she had a son. How could she show that son how to be a man? She could show her son how to love a woman, but you cannot show your son how to change the alternator, how to put a motor back together, how to play football, how to build. It's women out here that know how to build shit, so I can't say that.
There's women that know how to do the things you was just saying, but it's like, you know what I mean? I get the point that you're getting at. And it's like, you know what I mean? There's qualities of being a man at birth that a man at birth got to pass on to another man at birth. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
That's life. That's life. And I just believe now today, Uncle Sam made it so hard for a man who's struggling. But for a breadwinner, he ain't done a motherfucking thing, because you going to be there.
Ooh, okay. So this is another thing I want to say. This is going back into something else you were saying. About the women kind of choosing the government and the state and the money over the man that they made the baby with.
You tell me this. If the government came to you, I can't ask you because you're not a woman, but just this the scenario. Mm-hmm. If the government say, hey, it's everywhere in Atlanta, nice little apartments. If you could pay $10 a month to live here, what the fuck you and they gonna tell you your man can't get caught in here. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be here.
We gonna do monthly inspections and this and that. So that's, for one, they already done kicked the man out.
Right. They
done already put it in your head that he can't be here. So he's already gonna be sneaking in your life.
Right.
So if you paying $10 a month, what do you need?
What do you do? You feel me? Like, it's a pandemic, it's impending recession/depression going on. Yeah. You know
$10 a month, bro. I've met so many women in the jets that I don't need a nigga this and that. Whoop, whoop. Okay, you got EBT. Your rent $10 a month.
Yeah.
You get goddamn what that shit called? What's this shit called? Caps that pay for the child to go to daycare.
Talk about it.
What the fuck do you need a nigga for real if you wanted to be independent? You got an amount of what? Let's say $75 a month in bills.
Right.
You don't need a nigga.
Right.
But Uncle Sam said that there for the purpose of the black man. You go through the hood, how many white men in the hood?
How many white men in the hood?
How many white men in the hood? But you got all our sisters out here depending on Uncle Sam and, oh, baby daddy, I don't need you, fuck nigga, this and that, and child support.
So then, this taking me back to what I was gonna say, is like during the time of when, you know, England was settling in America, North America and shit like that, you had like for life slaves, the black people, and then you had the indentured servants. That was a whole different class of slaves. So it was like the king's men from over in England, because it was like America tried to paint this picture that the people that fled from England or whatever was trying to, like, you know, escape religious prosecution or whatever and be free and but it's like, it's really an extension of the UK. So it's like the king would send his people over here, they do their work for the country to build and woo 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 for whatever plantation or whatever, but then when they did their service for like 7 through 9 years, then they got blessed with like hella acres of land, animals, money, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, in society, you know, when the black man started being able to be free, he ain't have shit. You know what I'm saying? How could he have shit?
To my knowledge, that's how we got caught in slavery, a contract of coming to build to the Americas.
Yeah, sound like that. But I can go into that too. But real quick, to finish what I was saying, was like, so it's like when you had the black man who could barely get his identity in the society and build something for himself, and then you had a white man who was set for life. You know what I'm saying?
Black ain't no identity. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, what I'm saying is like make a living for himself.
Correct. They always made it hard. They always put their foot on our neck and made that shit impossible. But like I said, for a breadwinner, ain't none of that shit impossible.
Right.
So
we seen it.
We see it all the time. Yeah. But the woman ain't gonna value it as such, like I said, because she's dealt with so many fuck niggas. You got so many niggas like me and you that feel like, I don't need a job. I'm just gonna do this right here and really walk around bumming. But laid up with these bad bitches and they accepting this shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then they meet a man who work a 9 to 5 and treat you like they should have treated that nigga. Mm-hmm. Why? You got a nigga with a consistent check versus a nigga who trying to wait on a deal to get one. I mean, for real.
Shit, man, I would hope that women ain't still fucking with like SoundCloud rappers for the full time.
We living in it.
We living in it.
Come on now, we in Atlanta. We living in it.
Yeah, like I've been to a show, it was like $20 to get in through security, but then it was $20 to get through the door of watching a whole bunch of like SoundCloud rapper dudes just rap after each other 2 songs.
I met a chick from Ghana who came to Atlanta with no family, no money, no nothing, because she thought she was coming. She sang real good. Yeah. She thought she was coming to Atlanta to date a rapper, and he was gonna help further her career. Well, when she got to Atlanta, she realized the house that the nigga said was his was his sister's house. Uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? So she began to feel discouraged about the situation because the nigga bought followers, so it looked like he was popping, but he ain't have no money. He ain't have no place to lay his head, so now they sleeping on his sister's couch. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he started to beat her ass, this and that. Oh, so now she don't know what to fucking do because she ain't from this country.
Right.
And she can't get back to her country because she ain't got no money. So my thing is, if he made that feasible, it should be already known that most women are gullible to the fact that he might got a little spotlight. I can go buy some followers and get 1,500, 2,000 right now. But that don't mean I'm popping. I paid for them followers. Right. So a woman come see that and think you got clout. So now she chasing clout.
I mean, it's different qualities of women, grades, you know what I'm saying? Like, some women will go for the internet thing, you know what I'm saying? And then others, you know what I'm saying, all they see is clout or what it looked like on the outside, what their perception is after that, you know what I mean?
I mean by chasing clout is a female can see that, and then I don't even have to be fat. Oh, this guy look like he a big figure. You know what I'm saying? This guy got a couple followers. This guy dropping a couple songs, you know what I'm saying? So let me jump in that spotlight.
Yeah.
They jump in that spotlight and they realize, hey, this really ain't what's going on. That only made you gullible for the spotlight. That only made you, everybody trying to find somebody who can buy them a Birkin or double CC or drape them in goddamn Louis or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Balenciaga, however they want it. That's what most women nowadays seem like they searching for.
Did you see that video when the game, he was in the mall and he told this girl he'll buy her whatever pair of shoes from Balenciaga she wants if she ate food at the trash can?
I'm pretty sure she did it.
She did it like a motherfucker.
That's what I mean by most of these females are gullible.
She found a smoothie and she drank it.
They ain't got no real fucking morals. It's all about who can put me on.
Now, hold up. I ain't gonna say that all women are gullible.
No, not all of them. Not all of them.
Yeah, I mean, but there is a class.
But the vast majority, you know the vast fucking majority.
All right, how about we say the majority of the ones that we're meeting today are the ones that follow for.
We talking about 2022, right?
2022 slash the
That's what I'm speaking on. I want a woman like my grandma. I want a woman like my mama. They cook. Your breakfast was ready. Your lunch was ready. Your dinner was ready. When you went to work, your lunch was packed.
So it's like, when it comes to that, it's like, you know, it comes down to paying all the bills. It comes down to maintaining, you know what I'm saying, the security.
I'm going to go back to what I said.
Yeah.
I'll pay all the bills.
Yeah.
As long as I can eat. I ain't asking for no Birkin.
So it's like, in my experience for like the women that I know, it's like they don't mind being a housewife so long as those things are taken care of. And then there's some women that take it for granted. That it's like, you still ain't done enough. Right. You brought me the moon, but what about the next galaxy? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it comes down to your communication, your relationship. It's like, you know what I'm saying, got to figure out where y'all both at on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, all I can say today is, man, as for a man, everybody worry about a woman's worth. You know, we pretty much know their worth. We pretty much know a woman gonna need guidance. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if she got a big bag or an entrepreneur. You're set in that woman's life for guidance. You're the traveler.
So ladies, really anybody who's listening, just know, I can't speak on Greg, but Matthew is like super duper part-time pimp. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the guidance, you know what I'm saying? It's about putting some direction in your life, you know what I'm saying? You got to put them on to something, you know what I'm saying? That's the work.
If you can't teach her nothing, I don't see why she attracted to you.
You feel me?
That's your job.
Yeah.
That's your job. Besides your 9 to 5, you supposed to put your... Me personally, in my relationships, I try to put my woman on everything she needs to know so the fuck nigga can't interfere with the real nigga's lifestyle.
Introduce her to real, now she hate life.
Man, like, cause I done been in relationships where I've been treated like a bitch ex. Oh, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Man, a motherfucker, you'll go all out for a fuck nigga, but for a breadwinner, shit, you don't know what to do.
Listen, in my experience, I'm used to women that never been taken out on dates. I'm used to women that don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Don't celebrate their own birthdays. You know
so
what I'm saying?
If a nigga spurs on you on Valentine's Day, what you should do on Father's Day, which is the next upcoming holiday, even if he ain't no father.
Yeah.
You need to love your man that much. You ain't got no kids, but today Father's Day, potentially one day you may be one, so I'm gonna show out on you today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, me personally, the kind of dude I am. I like to show my lady off, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like going out.
Like a trophy.
You know what I'm saying? So I like going to the movies. I like going out to eat, you know what I'm saying? I like whatever, you know, social, whatever, you know what I mean? Just because it's like, boom. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's who you try to be with, you know what I'm saying? That's who you take pride in, you know what I'm saying? It's like, show it out.
Let's switch it up, though. My boy say on Valentine's Day, his girl gave him $500. Father's Day, she gave him $500.
$500. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you ain't hold the spot down? When women don't appreciate on Father's Day, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, what they doing? Happy Father's Day to myself.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Every year.
Every year, bro.
Every year.
That's them showing less respect for a man every year.
It's like, I don't know, I think it's because, in a sense, like where we were generations ago, all we had was each other. It was wrong to interracial date and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in a sense, the people that were together had to make it work, and there was laws.
Still today, all we got is each other.
Hold on. It's still always gonna be that. But it's like, you know, things have changed, like you saying, Section 8, WIC, you know, CAP, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's easier to replace the man, take him out of the picture, you know what I'm saying? Go get you a white man, you know what I'm saying? Or leave for a white girl.
Yeah, go get you a white man.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, we kind of stopped, like, embracing the idea that we got to keep going on. We got to keep preserving us. We got to keep bringing us out, you know what I'm saying? Because we so caught up in, you know what I'm saying, whatever that they feeding us with our own culture, you know what I'm saying? It's like we the most displaced, we the most fucked up, we the most don't know really where we from, you know what I'm saying? You look at other communities, it's like, you know, the Mexicans, they doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? The Jews, they stick together, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. The white people, boom, boom, boom. But it's like, with black people, it's kind of like this disarray. It's always kind of like, we against each other, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, kind of like this age-old thing, because it's like, me personally, I look at the Bible as like a black history book, and it's like, since the beginning of time, man and woman been fighting. Mm-hmm. It's been like, nah, I'm gonna go do this.
Since the beginning of time, black on black, men and women been fighting.
Yeah.
You don't go to the child support office and see white women in there.
You really
see a line of black women.
Yeah. You feel me? Defects, you know.
Come on, man.
You know, all that.
These white women get with a nigga who ain't, a white man who ain't shit. And okay, I'm gonna take care of my kids, I'm gonna build my credit, I'm gonna get right. These black women get with a nigga who will give you the shirt off their back.
Yeah.
But that shirt might not cost but $1.
Yeah.
But you lay with them, man, but you can't accept that. So you gonna go to the defense office and put the man on child support.
Yeah.
But they're the same man you laid down with.
Yeah.
You ain't see his value then?
Right.
Come on, man.
Listen, I used to talk to this chick. She was telling me about like a baby daddy and stuff, and she said she got a tube stab because of this dude. And she was talking about like it was a time where like she let her son go over there for a weekend, and they had to get their son's stomach pumped because all they did was eat hot dogs the whole weekend, like 3 days straight eating hot dogs. You know what I mean? And there's like stuff like the baby daddy didn't know where their son went to school at to go pick him up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he been going to that school for years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes it's like I think it goes into.
Well, let me say something, bro. The women feel like, okay, I met this motherfucker who cannot take care of his child. Okay, we're gonna keep saying it. You laid down with that man, but you knew that man value when you laid down with that man. Okay, he can't take care of his child, so I'm gonna put my child in daycare, and I'm not gonna tell this nigga where my child go to daycare at, or my child go to this school, and I'm not gonna tell this man where your child go to school at. But what does that say about you? First of all, you laid down with this man who was lesser value to you and made a child, but your child needs an emergency contact.
Right. 100.
Who else?
So I got a friend that I met in Job Corps in San Francisco. Her name is Kai. And we had a conversation like this, talking about like, I forgot what sparked it, but I was like talking to her on the inbox. And I was like, you know, like, to me personally, I feel like, you know, like women deserve a little bit more respect in the world. Cause it's like, you know, first and foremost, as men on a general sense, not like individual basis, but like just kind of like a general sense, feel like men only like women because they have pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like, they the means of feeling real good.
That's facts.
For, you know, 5 minutes through 3 hours or something.
What else have majority of women in 2022 gave you to like besides some pussy?
So don't, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I think off the rip, it's like this is also something my homeboy in Frisco was saying. He was talking about how it's easy to get someone's like Instagram and have sex. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I can hit you with my address and Instagram DM. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like to get the phone number is kind of like on the level where sex should be. You know what I'm saying?
What you hiding?
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like damn, like you can't hit my phone, but it's like we can fuck though.
What
you
you
know
hiding?
You know what I mean?
What you hiding, Charlie?
Right.
What you hiding? And my opinion on that shit is everybody should just be more open than they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you looking for sex, let's make a sexual agreement.
Right.
If you looking for love, let's pursue love together.
Right. Yeah.
But nowadays you got people that wanna pursue love with you but say, hey, this my brother right here.
Right.
This nigga ain't nowhere in your family tree.
Right.
This your brother though. You know what I'm saying? Or this my sister right here. This bitch ain't nowhere in your family tree. But this your sister. We fucking up each other's trust with shit like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
In my book, in my world, in my perspective, in my life, the only thing that's gotten me by is the truth. Like, a lie would get me fucked up in the instant, but it's like the truth, it might be bitter, it might be abrasive at first, but it's like the truth is the truth, you know what I'm saying? And people live with the truth.
I can't even remember long enough to tell you, hey, this my sister. Shit, a month later, she might be my cousin. You gonna catch me.
You feel me? Like, I don't play that game. I ain't never, this my sister.
No.
You know, it's like, no, this is, you know what I'm saying, it's who it is.
Yeah,
you know
but that's what these white people refer to as nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing that to each other. The black man should love the woman for what she's worth. The black woman should love the man that's for what he's worth. And also she should understand what this man carrying on his back from day one. He wake up.
My bad. Go ahead.
He wake up and walk outside the household. His life in jeopardy. You don't know which one of these county cops gonna pull him over and gun him down.
Right.
For being black, and he look like he aggressive. He look like he's strong. So the way I'm gonna pull him over, I'm gonna show him I'm dominant because I'm the law.
Right, that badge and that gun, and that boy, do I say, boy?
Without that badge, you're a bitch in the hair, like Boosie say. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect that badge.
You just a little donut.
I just feel like, in my opinion on life, I love a woman to death. I provide for a woman to death, but I want the same thing. Yeah. And I want to know that the next nigga with the chains, the range, the watches, ain't gonna get your pussy hot to the point you gonna fuck on him. You know what I'm saying? Betrayal is the biggest thing in 2022.
Right.
We betraying each other for designer things, designer fashion.
Right.
Why are we doing that? Because that's truly what we desire.
Yeah. We don't even know why though. It's like, it's a song Kendrick Lamar made a while ago. It's called Vanity Slaves. It's basically talking about being like a slave to the brand name, to the lifestyle.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And it's like, you know, I think it's kind of like exclusively an American's responsibility, like us specifically, because our culture it's kind of like celebrity culture. We worship the celebrities on TV or the magazine or the internet or whatever.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? So then it kind of become this kind of thing of you got to unlearn paparazzi. You got to unlearn pop culture. You got to unlearn and you got to rehumanize yourself and be like, the only one I serve, the only one I look at that way is the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you break out of that, you know what I'm saying, you ain't going to attract everybody with it because everybody's still in that game. But it's like the ones that's meant for you, they're going to be for you because it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you understand the game. But it's like, wow, if you on your, you know, trying to get to the higher plane or whatever and such is on, you know what I'm saying, celebrity culture, you hear about such and such got beat up at the club, like, all right, I only know who that is. I ain't never heard of that person.
I can say this, bro. Give me a broke bitch with no money.
Yeah.
I'm a provide for her. I'm a protector. I'm a lover. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure all her desires met.
Mm-hmm.
Give a bitch a broke nigga with nothing. Nigga, you need to find a job. You need to get on your shit.
Yeah.
You need to get your shit together.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't this, you ain't that.
Listen. Yeah.
A man will take care of a broke bitch for centuries, for decades.
Mm-hmm.
A woman will not stand beside a broke nigga for a week.
Shit, man, honestly, it's like I've seen and heard and, you know, experienced, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's like there's women that will stick with you.
Where she at? Where she at? I ain't saying I'm broken, and I'm just looking for a breadwinner bitch, but where she at? In 2022, where she at?
It's few and far in between. I give you that it's few and far in between. It's not the most common thing.
I can respect that.
There's women out here that, you know what I'm saying, if you have that compatibility with that woman, if y'all both down bad and you got $5, it's $2.50 down the middle, or, you know, you make that $5 work for both in a $10 fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what
we
I'm saying?
need more of those.
You know what I'm saying? But
because we need them to realize that society ain't made for the black man right now.
Yeah.
If a black man struggling and he trying to get it, you got to see his vision.
But same time, it's like we can look at examples of so many people that make it work. It's just, you know what I'm saying, maybe dating while trying to be who you're trying to become isn't the move.
And it's not the move.
Yeah.
It's not the move.
Yeah.
And not in today's society, it's not the move. Because no one will see your dream if you ain't got no dollars behind that motherfucker.
Exactly.
But at the point you got putting the dollars behind that motherfucker, you gonna see so many fans.
Right.
Come
exactly.
on, man.
It's people that, yeah.
You think people like Kodak Black if he ain't had no money? Look at this motherfucker. This no homo. I'm a man.
Right.
And I stand on that.
Uh-huh.
This is an ugly ass motherfucker with the baddest bitches. If he ain't had no money, you think this nigga would have them? Come on, man.
So something I learned a while ago is it's not about the money, it's not about the clothes, it's not about your looks. It's about the heart, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So it's like, if you got a heart of gold, you know what I'm saying, you just got that energy, you know what I'm saying, people gonna fuck with you no matter what level that you on, you know what I'm saying?
I got the energy.
Yeah, you definitely
the energy, you know what I'm saying?
Energy.
INNERG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a gangster at all times.
Yeah.
And I ain't gang banging.
Right.
I'm just saying, if I'm with somebody, you will protect it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm with somebody, every dime, every dollar I get, if it goes to the betterment of our lives, that's where it goes to.
Yeah.
But speak on 2022, you ain't got a woman with that same vibe.
Right.
You may have, like you said, it's few. It ain't many. You know what I'm saying? But if we can redirect our women's attention on, instead of downing our black man, we need to uplift that nigga, because that's the breadwinner.
Yeah.
If we can see his dream and we can help him focus on our dream, ain't neither one of us gonna be fucked up by it. We gonna see the reparations we should.
Right.
But if we keep kicking this man down and put more on his plate than life already put in as being a black man, how far you think it ain't gonna go? You telling this man you love him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He trusts you, you know what I'm saying? But you belittling him.
Yeah.
How far would that man go if he depends on your love?
Yeah.
He ain't gonna get nowhere.
The main person that, you know, you're sharing that bond with, sharing that, you know, this supposed, you know, I'm building you up, but it's like, it's not the reciprocity, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, you know, you can't survive on no food, you know what I'm saying? You have to be fed back, you have to be watered back, you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about them soul ties.
We talk about soul side.
Let's talk about that demon dick. When, okay, let's just say I'm broke as fuck. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got me an entrepreneur with big business, but I got demon dick. Why can't she understand that she only has an emotional attraction?
So I think the majority of the world would agree that biological women, by nature, are emotional creatures, right? And such men naturally born are more logical. And then there's hella situations where men are going to act on emotion that is going to be messy. But it's like overall the natural whatever is women are emotional or whatever. So it's like, you know, when you had the good sex, because it's like, what they taught us early in the days about the power of sex, it was about how like if you had sex with one person, you was kind of like spiritually bound to that person for eternity. Really, that's your wife, that's your husband, you know what I'm saying? The first person is supposed to be the only person, you know what I'm saying? But it's like the society we live in has made it so that sex is kind of like getting coffee. Kind of like getting some McDonald's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's keep it 2022 then. You know damn well if you dick a bitch down, she gonna call you the next day like you her boyfriend.
It all depends on the kind of person you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what y'all establish.
Man, look, I could be the most demonic motherfucker possible, right? And a Christian bitch can know it.
Right.
If I dick her down like she needs it, she gonna call me the next day.
So I think the thing with you is that you incorporate your personality into the demon dick, right?
Nah, I don't incorporate my personality.
No, what I'm saying is like...
I can say I'm gonna lay that pipe.
Right.
But I ain't saying that a motherfucker, a female with, let's say, goals and aspirations gonna say, just because this nigga pipe me down, I need to be with this nigga.
But hold on. So it's like prior to the demon dick you down, right? You kind of gave her the charm, though, right?
Yeah, I always do.
So it's like me. It's like I feel like for the most part when it's recreational, the women that I'm with is like they don't really understand. They don't even know who I really am. You know what I'm saying? I give them
facts. They'll never know who you are if they just going off the fact that you just dicked her down.
Right.
One thing about a woman got her emotions are way off the chart than yours are.
Right.
So she could be fiending for something. You know what I'm saying? Fiending for love, whatever it is.
Right.
But if you go dick her down, she gonna feel like you're treating her how she needs to be treated. But that ain't factual.
Right.
That's you only met her needs sexually.
Right.
And that's a lot of what women depend on today. You know, okay, if he slut me out, you know what I'm saying? That's me.
Right.
I'm gonna slut you out every time, but that don't mean I'm for you.
See, now that's where they get confused at, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, not everybody that they deal with is slutting them out. No, they're not taking them there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when they meet me or you know what I'm saying, anybody listens to my music, anybody that know Greg, you know what I'm saying, if you listen to this, it's like, you know what I'm saying, you know how motherfuckers get down. You know what I'm saying? It's like boom. You know what I'm saying? Hit like porn star, can't help it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I mean? You can't really pull out the razzle dazzle every single time. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, I ain't gonna say you can pull out the razzle dazzle every single time, but if I'm gonna lay pipe in you, if we choose to be sexually intimate, I'm gonna go in. And I'm just speaking from experience. I've had sex with motherfuckers I ain't even intend to be with.
Right.
But the next day I was their nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You feel?
So that's what goes back to me saying a woman is gullible. Oh, he got good dick. Honestly, I feel like a woman don't know what she want.
Honestly, in my experience, it's like I say, it's always a mixed bag. It's like, in my experience, when I go, let me take it to 2010, not 2022.
God
2010.
damn.
When I go ham on the, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
You must got erectile dysfunction today.
No. it's like kind of like good dick is a deal breaker in my life. It's like, nah, he going too hard. Nah, he, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, whatever. But it's like, you know what I mean? I think my path is like I'm supposed to be alone for the most part. Like it can't be that like I'm always in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like I accepted that. It's like I can't like kind of like have to be responsible, not responsible, but it's like, you know what I'm saying, be involved with somebody for so long. It's like, because I'm the kind of person, I don't talk to people for days at a time. So it's like, you know, if I'm in a relationship with somebody that's like, oh, you ain't hit me up for 3 days, like, it's over. Like.
And that's normal nowadays. But I feel like the best relationships are made before you have sex. You know what I'm saying? But
talk to them.
Being that when you have sex, there are soul ties created. And a lot of women aren't strong enough to break those ties immediately if they feel like you only got good dick and nothing else. So they stand in the paint with you, like they can ball with you. And then when they realize this ain't it for me, you a fuck nigga. Hold on, wait. Let's talk about your decisions, the decisions you made.
Right.
The decision you made to deal with me being that on the basis that I only had good dick.
So it's like the same way that men kind of like look at women like, oh, you know, she kind of ugly or whatever, what have you. It'll be like some women kind of look like, oh, I want to eventually marry a guy like this guy. So it's like I might talk to him for a night, for a couple weeks, for a couple months, but it's like I already made my decision. It's like, you know how they say women already know off the rip when they see you, they already look you up and down, they think of your disposition and shit like that.
They're gonna look at your shoes, they're gonna look at your teeth. But if your shoes clean and your teeth clean, what the fuck that mean?
It's just kind of like the prerequisites, you know what I'm saying?
Prerequisite, if your shoes clean and your teeth clean, what that mean?
You take care of yourself.
Oh my goddamn God.
Yo!
But hold on, like I was saying, it was like, how, like, damn, I just got distracted, you know what I'm saying?
Fine.
Shit, I was driving the point. Damn, do I gotta listen to it? No, I gotta listen to it. Or maybe I'll just take somewhere else. What was I saying, Corey? Damn.
I lost focus.
Same.
You were saying is like a prerequisite.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, so kind of like how people kind of like start fucking before they get to know each other. It's like, and then you realize at a certain point, you don't know who that person is, you know what I'm saying? But you already gave yourself to them on a really spiritual basis.
Blowing it down.
Hey, we on the podcast right now.
And on a spiritual basis, being that you already gave it to him, you cannot sit up there and think, just because they ain't got demon dick. You can Google that. That is a real definition.
Yeah.
You can Google demon dick, and that shit will give you a definition. Being that nigga just fucked hell out you, you cannot, as a woman, feel like this is the motherfucker that is best for you.
Right.
You just got fucked right.
Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's like how you were saying earlier, I think off the podcast, I was like, you can't be with a girl that don't have sex. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the same. It's like, I want a dude that, you know, do me like boom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's kind of like a lot of checks off the checklist done. So now she got to know who you are. But then when she find out you're a scumbag, sometimes it's too late because she already had your baby. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And then it's like, you know, I ain't really trying to deal with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then it goes to, you know, child support and wooty-woot and about it, you know what I'm saying?
That's why it goes to child support. Because later you realize this ain't the motherfucker you should have been dealing with. But let me start from the beginning. That is your fault. You laid down with that man.
Accountability, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta take the accountability for your actions. And being that you laid down with a deadbeat, you can't sit up here and blame this man for everything that went downhill.
It takes two to tango.
I've had a lot of women that, we on record, right?
Yeah, we still going.
I've had a lot of women, and you know, I'm not ashamed to say that because I ain't have my father. I went to prison, and all I wanted when I came home was some pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna say that again. All I wanted when I came home was some pussy. You know what I'm saying? So some of the women I dealt with, it wasn't because of your value or what type of woman you was. It was based on the fact that you had a pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might have been beautiful or whatnot, but you had a pussy. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't care what she got going on. Really, I just want to fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got women that think the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're doing that, we gotta know how to control what happens. You know what I'm saying? For instance, magnums.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If we're not using them and we just wanna fuck and we end up with a kid, well, let's not put the blame on the man. Let's put the blame on both ourselves because we both were needing it intimately,
right.
But neither one of us were responsible. So now we have a child here. We can't say that man is a deadbeat.
Right.
If we want to say anybody's a deadbeat, let's say the both of us are. because we both made that decision to be intimate without the magnum. And now we got a baby here, and now I got a nigga who ain't got no money.
Right.
Come on, man, be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, I'm more responsible than I used to be. You know what I'm saying? I take the time to learn a person I know, you know what I'm saying, before I feel like, hey, I possibly want a child with that woman. But, again, I don't mean to say this too many times, but, man, you can dick a bitch down and the next day she'll tell you her nigga.
Right.
You ain't got no business talking to nobody else. How many men you meet that'll say that?
A lot.
But how many men you meet that'll actually mean that shit? None. The pussy was just good, we got caught up in the moment.
Right.
But you'll meet a woman, you dick her. Man, look, send me anybody right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't mean to be a thought on record, but send me anybody right now, and I fuck the hell out of her.
Right.
I bet you 9 times out of 10, when she pull out, she gonna keep calling me or texting me about how good it was. The next day she wanna go, let's go do this, let's go do that. You ain't meet that man. You ain't find out who he was for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just was caught up in how he fucked you, how he made you feel for that moment, and you want that shit again.
Right. So yeah, going to the sex addiction, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people our age, because I'm 32, and people our age, if I'm speaking from, if some kid in America also lived like me, you know what I'm saying? You had cable, you was watching HBO, you was watching Showtime. Sometimes you was bold and you was paying for them pay-per-views, you know what I'm saying? But
That's facts.
you know, I feel like our generation, we was like really charged and ready to go, you know what I'm saying? Like we grew up on Pretty Ricky. That was our Jodeci, you know what I'm saying? We had preteen, you know, baby making anthems, you know what I'm saying, from grown ass men. We had movies, we had the cartoons we was watching. We had a lot of sexually charged shit, and it sent us into the world, you know, like ready to go, you know what I'm saying?
That all go back to your morals.
Mm-hmm.
If your relationship is sexually driven, then, you know, maybe that ain't for you. You know, like, it's the guy you really ain't fuck. It's the girl you really ain't fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about what's your goals, you know what I'm saying, your aspirations.
Yeah, the
you know,
intention.
if together you could say, oh, I like donuts too. And so far on, you know, y'all feeling the same things, then you go down and lay down with this man. I feel like, or this woman, I feel like you're more prone to have a like-minded significant other.
Yeah.
But if you just gonna go off, oh, he fucked the hell out of me, or she fucked the hell out of me, I'm finna deal with that person, I feel like you just really going off intimate emotions. And that don't get us nowhere in life, bro.
Yeah, man. Man, in the city of Atlanta, I had this stripper type chick. Man, like we did it like twice, but it was like that second time, it was like I just felt like, you know, I just really liked her more than I should, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't really know each other like that, but it was like
that pussy on you.
yeah, it was really good. And it was like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think I really love this woman, and I don't even know this woman like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's when it was like, you know, I had to really fall back. We don't communicate no more, but it was just like, yeah, man, I would have been on some sucker shit, like, shit, you know what I'm saying? If I follow that feeling, like, man, I think I love her. And
And
I don't know.
That was just based on how she put the pussy on you.
Exactly.
But there's so much more things we as men desire in a woman other than pussy.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know, I don't, me personally, in times where it's just, I don't want to have sex, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
nah, like, I don't.
feel the same way sometimes. But if you put what you desire more than the intimacy of sex, then I feel like you got you a match. If both of y'all can do that, you know what I'm saying? I desire a breadwinner. Like me personally, I had a relationship where I know my significant other was worth more than going and punching into a 9-to-5. I felt like she could have made more money sitting at home doing lashes or doing nails and this and that and believing in herself, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, that turned me off from that woman, you know what I'm saying? Because When it came to nails and hair, everybody doing that. But everybody can't do it better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So maybe we had sex and maybe it was the best I ever had. But your goals didn't even meet my requirements. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I fell in love with you for sex, but not your aspirations. So how could I blame you if I had a baby by you and you couldn't take care of your child?
So going back to the girl I was talking about, that her baby daddy was feeding their son hot dogs the whole weekend. She basically inspired this one song that I recorded. It's called Potential. And it's like, just essentially like people fall in love with the idea of what somebody could be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, kind of like gambling on a person, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, in the day and age that we at, where it's like gas was just $5 in the summer, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't fall in love with potential right now. It's about, like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And if you got to be alone, like, do that. Like, it's nothing wrong with being alone. Like, you're not a weirdo.
It's nothing wrong with being alone, man. Most of us settle for that company that we don't need. You know what I'm saying? I could be better in my life, and my life can be getting better. And I meet this toxic motherfucker that's fucking the hell out of me, and I'm always in her company now. But now I'm being distracted from my ambitions, my goals, my aspirations.
Still ain't purpose.
I'm not getting nowhere in life now. It ain't her fault, it's mine.
Right.
Because instead of chase my dreams, I'm choosing to lay up in some pussy.
Right.
I'm choosing to watch movies with you. I'm choosing to take you out on dates any and everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And I know that the money I'm spending on you should be going towards my dreams and my aspirations. That ain't your fault, that's my fault. Because now I'm letting the intimacy level exceed my goals and aspirations. I'm letting that take more of my attention than I am pursuing my goals and my aspirations.
So I use this app. It's called the Pattern app. And it basically, like, when you put in your birthday and the time you was born, it gives you your birth chart, and like it really like kind of gives you like an intimate reading on your life and like how it's going and how it went, and like certain events in your life according to the universe and stuff like that. And it was like the one thing that it kind of keeps saying to me is like, your path is, you can have a relationship, but it's like, don't make your life the relationship. Don't make your sole purpose of being alive making this person happy, or, you know what I'm saying, maintaining that relationship.
Now, you always got to remember you always got to remember your happiness first, because if you ain't happy, how could you please anybody?
Right.
So, I mean, if I spent my life making you happy and I was never happy, what good am I truly to you?
Exactly.
So, I need to do what's best for me. You know, and to be honest, a person that accepts that you doing what's best for you, that's love. Because you can only love me if you're doing what's best for you, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Love is love, man. Love is a language. That's what makes things move along. But ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a good time to cap off the episode. Is there any like super duper final words, keywords you want to leave the audience with, Greg?
Man, my first and last words, literally, love yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Take your time with dealing with other people. Don't let good pussy or good dick make you feel like, oh, this the person I need to be with, because that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Build as a man, as a black man, set your foundation before you pursue love. Because if you don't have a foundation, you'll never be respected. You know what I'm saying? And that's just facts in 2022.
You gotta stand on something, you gotta have something behind you, you gotta be on the top floor, and you gotta be ahead of things.
Man, look, breadwinners are us.
Yes, sir.
Breadwinners _are_us.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that link on there in the description. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been some Real Deal Spill. This has been your host, Matthew Williams. This has been my special guest, Greg.
AKA Breadwinner, man. Y'all tune in.
Tune in. You know what it is. Peace.